Hey guys, Stickmaster here. Just wanted to make another video. I just like the last one. I don't really know what this one's going to really pertain to, or how long it's going to be. I just wanted to make this video, just kind of be consistent, and also just like I said, kind of in my last video. If you've seen that, if you haven't seen it, go back and take a look at it. I don't know, it's not really too important. It's just rambling, but I'm kind of thinking about getting back into not just the hobby to where I used to be, but just also making videos and being a part of the community too. Because I don't know, I think it's kind of been something that's missed in the past 10 years. People just don't really have hobbies anymore, I feel like. They mostly like to watch TV, and that's about it. Watch shows or play video games or something. Which, if you play video games, no offense. I don't know. I just don't think there's old school hobbies like ours, miniature wargaming and stuff like that. That's not really a thing anymore. So, yeah, and it'd be fun to get back in the community and get, I don't know, just be a part of the group and how it used to be, sort of. I know a lot of things have changed. A lot of guys have moved on from the YouTube stuff and everything, and unfortunately we've lost a couple of good friends from things too, so that are no longer with us. But we keep trucking along though. Anyway, yeah, this video I'm just going to show you guys what I like, my painting desk and my situation, and basically all my shit. So all of the models, all the stuff that I just have stacked up, all the boxes and everything, you know, that's the typical stash. The pile of shame, the boxes of shame, whatever you want to call it, and just kind of show you what I got going on right now. Like I said, I'm just getting back into it. I'm trying to get back on the rhythm and painting more. I never really left. It was more of I paint some models here and there, maybe a tank or something, but I never really kind of, like, I don't know, felt like I could just really get back into it. I just was not in the mood. But it was always like one day I'll have, you know, whatever. So, and I'm pretty much kind of there in my life now where it's like, okay, I can actually sit down and start working on the projects that I want to work on, right? So, and get down and get to building some armies and just enjoying, which I'm not really much of the gamer anyways. I'm more of the collector, the painter, terrain, historic, you know, just getting in the lore, whether it's historical or fantasy or sci-fi, right? So I love that aspect of the hobby. The gaming is just the bonus, but I don't really game. So, but hopefully here in the future, we'll have some gaming. Anyway, so yeah, disclaimer. I might say 3D print a lot in this video, but that's mostly been my hobby in the past couple of years. Has been 3D printing, whether it's resin or FDM. So it's definitely changed my hobby. And I know there's a lot of controversy with 3D printing, with the hobby. I know a lot of people, some people are against it. I don't know if it's a lot, but some people are against it just because I understand it affects stores and everything like that. But, it's just something that works for me. Maybe I'll make a video on 3D printing, how I've gotten into it, my kind of journey learning it, and what I get out of it and stuff, and some of the concerns, and maybe from A to B or A to Z of just all the steps on how you do the printing and all that stuff, whether it's terrain or miniatures. I think that'd be maybe a good one, and kind of open some people's eyes to the possibility of it, because as you'll see here in a little bit, it definitely has changed my hobbying for the better. So anyway, so yeah, I think I already said it, but gun barrel and I've done a couple takes on this, not gonna lie. So I can't really remember what I've said in other tries and this one, but gun barrel and British Legion. Appreciate you guys commenting. My viewership's not how it used to be though, that's for sure. In the past 10 years, I definitely have gone down, but that's okay. There's no content. So anyway, I hate that word content. I don't even know why I said it. Okay, so let me I'll move my chair out of the way here, and hopefully it doesn't hit. It's rolling. All right, we're good. It didn't hit anything. All right, guys. So here's the painting desk. I'll kind of walk you through all the stuff I have on here, and kind of show you what my project's going on at the moment. I'm gonna try to be the best I can with the camera work. I apologize if it kind of starts jerking you around or whatever. It just kind of, I don't know. I was kind of doing a little test run, and as soon as I grabbed some miniatures and stuff, it'd kind of like go out of focus and then like really switch to different modes and everything. So I have no clue what's going on. I'm just doing it from my phone. So paint wise, start off here. I switched from Vallejo to AK, which I absolutely love these paints. They're thin enough to where you don't have to thin them. I will say, like they're very smooth. I really like them. All of my Vallejo that I did have, I gave to one of my buddies to to try to get him into the hobby. So which all those I've had since I first started the hobby in 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. So anyway, which would have been like 5th edition, somewhere around 5th edition Warhammer. And I say that because you'll understand later. But anyway, so yeah, I really like these. All these little stands here that I have are all 3D printed from my filament printer. And they just go in there like that. I got all the pigments here from Vallejo. I got some AK interactive sort of diorama stuff for my tanks and everything and whatnot. Not really bases or anything. Just the little details for stuff. Maybe terrain too. I haven't really used them too much. But hopefully here soon. Let's go into books. I do have all the Flames of War Army List books and everything like that. Even though Flames of War I don't really do anymore. I kind of feel like they've definitely gone a different route. If you like it or not, it's not really my thing. I mean, of course, all you know, I started with Flames of War, and I don't know, it's just a little bit different now. I'm having a hard time connect with it, and I don't really have any miniatures anymore for it. But these though are awesome. I use these for bolt action, for building my army list and everything, historical army list. So, got some Team Yankee, Flames of War, Vietnam, Old World. I don't have any Old World stuff, but I like the art. I like the books. I like the lore and everything like that. So I do have those. Victory at Sea, pretty awesome. I don't really mess with Fire and Fury. Black Seas, I would like to do some of that one day. I got the starter set, but it didn't really amount to anything. Napoleonic ESR, pretty good stuff. I really like these, especially for uniforms and whatnot. If you're doing Napoleonics, which you'll see that I'm doing lots of Napoleonics. The Silver Bayonet, I think I brought that up last time there. These right here is a guy in Lithuania. Hopefully I said that right. And he made these books, and they're just the profiles for these camouflage patterns and everything are just phenomenal. I really like these books. You can find them on Kickstarter. You can buy them off of his website, but all the details and stuff of what's in the books and the content is all on Kickstarter. So yeah, look those up. They shouldn't be hard to find. Let's see what's going on here. I got some Fallschirmjäger here. I haven't touched these guys in a few months. I was painting them, and then I bought the house and I'm in it now. So these guys have been kind of on standby. Which these are from, these are 3D printed, and these are from a great guy called Colonel Mueller Miniatures. I've talked to him, commented on a lot of some of his videos. He just started a YouTube channel, but yeah, he makes really good Fallschirmjäger and also U.S. Airborne too. And he's currently about to come out with his first Kickstarter, which is about German Stalingrad troops. So super excited for that. Really good guys. Here's another another one of his miniatures, U.S. Airborne kind of guy, all primed up and everything. I mean, the detail is just, it's really good. It's really good. And he puts a lot of character into him too. So I highly recommend him, and you check him out. Napoleonics. This guy is Piano Miniatures, also 3D printed. He's pretty popular. I'd be shocked if you haven't heard about Piano Miniatures. This guy's just knocking it out of the park with Napoleonics. So I just did some test paints here, some kind of tests on the uniforms just for fun. Just kind of one evening, just painting some stuff up for the hell of it. So on the end here, I have the Garde de Paris, I believe, one of their regiments. I have like an Italian regiment here. I think it's the 3rd line. Swedish regiment here. Guard of Mulan Guards. Naples, Kingdom of Naples, one of their regiments, and then just a regular Fusilier. Really, really like these miniatures. I have a lot of them printed, and I'm just now starting to kind of getting into painting them. I have a Bavarian here on the end, Old Guard, and then a Kingdom of Italy Guard, kind of an Old Guard, sort of, but not the Old Guard. If you know Napoleonics, you'll know what I'm talking about. What else? Yeah, I'll show you these guys. Another guy, 3D printing guy, Hosaka Miniatures, or Hosaka 3D, something like that. But he came out a year and a half ago with 28mm Japanese Sengoku Jidai period miniatures, and these things are just phenomenal. They look so cool. I am very excited to paint these up, get some armies painted. He's got pretty much everything. He's got all the, if you're a Total War fan like I am, I grew up playing Shogun 2. It's like a dream come true having those miniatures at my fingertips. I'm really excited to just have some awesome Japanese Sengoku Jidai period armies. I'm super stoked. I have a lot of them printed, but none of them painted yet. So that's still to come. I just base coated these guys this weekend here. I have some Victrix Vikings. So those are for the Victrix new Pillage game. Pillage. I kind of did started on one guy here. If you can see that. Possibly. Maybe. There you go. So I just got the hair, skin, chainmail, staff, sword right now. But anyway, so that's my first time painting those guys up. I've really gone from liking 15mm and smaller miniatures more to 28mm. And with 3D printing now, it's like I'm not afraid to do 28mm in big battles that I've always dreamt of. Just mostly because cost wise, I can just print, like, here's some Russians. I can just print as many as I want. So, and have big battles like that. I'm working on a company right now. I'm trying to figure out the rule set I want to do for Napoleonics. I think I might want to do General Desarmes too. That's a pretty good one. Check Your Later TV. I'm sure he's not watching this, but he does a lot of content on that, and also Piano Miniatures too. He prints them off as well. They're fantastic miniatures. I got Austrian Grenadiers of the Yin Yang right now. These guys are in here. I'll do the basing and stuff, and then I'll start gluing on the next row, and then I'll have 3 rows for a company. I know this seems pretty like a lot, but go big or go home. Got some 3D printed. I know I messed up on the tracks, so if you already saw that, it's my bad. They should have had the upgraded tracks here. I didn't realize it until, because this is an Easy 8, So they were supposed to have not the old school tracks right here, but the new tracks. But oh well, I already messed up on that, and I'm not going to rip them off because I'm just going to break it. So anyway, but I did finish this guy somewhat. There's still some stuff that needs to be done, but really happy with how this guy came out. Really happy. I just need to put a matte varnish on it. It's got a little shine to it from the decals and everything, but super happy with how this looks though. I think it looks really awesome. This is a Sherman Jumbo, which they were heavily armored. They had a bunch of extra armor on them, and their job was mostly to, if they're going into town or whatever, they kind of popped up around Battle of the Bulge into Germany, kind of that late war, really late war. So when they were going into towns, their job was to be in the head of the column and basically take all the fire. Supposed to take all the fire and just kind of be the guinea pig, the first guy into the town, while all the other light armored tanks are behind him. So I decided to name him Pluto. I feel like that's a good old school cartoon, kind of brawly juggernaut sort of cartoon character, right? Pluto from Popeye. So really happy with how that came out. I'm super happy. That's kind of basically my first miniature that I've completed, kind of getting back into the hobby. So anyway, here's another Mueller Miniatures Fallschirmjäger guy. This is a test guy that I did, just a Fallschirmjäger officer. I think I did really good on the Splinter camo. I'm pretty happy with that. So anyway, here's more piano miniatures. Here's like a French brigade commander sort of guy. Yeah, so, let's see, there we go. What else is there? Printed off, Tiger Tank there. Got some Warlord games, some Germans, a bunch of Victrix in here. I got some late Anglo-Saxons coming to fight they should be coming in the mail here pretty soon, to fight the Vikings here pretty soon. So what else? I have my computer back here. I kind of have like a little den going on here. So I have lots of miniatures there. Here's my desk. If you caught my last video, I was talking about how I was getting a bunch of guys into Warhammer 40K. And because there's no really places to play around here that I'd really want to play around, like tournament-wise or anything, it's just not my style. I like to, I don't know, the way I see the hobby is most of the time you're just going to be with your buds at your house or at their house, drinking some beers, having a good time, ordering pizza, got some movies playing or whatever, and just having a good time. So, I mean, what's stopping you for playing whatever edition you want? So I bought three copies of 6th edition for my guys. So one of them's for me, and then the two of them I'm going to send out to one guy and then the other guy and say, hey, because they have the hobby section in this too, like how they don't have nowadays, and explaining like what the hobby's all about and what the game's all about and the lore and stuff. So I figured it's a good edition too. I like this edition, so, and 5th edition, but they're pretty much almost the same. So, and I'm starting with Orcs also, which I actually forgot. There's another guy. You'll find him on my mini factory. His name is Mr. Modular Orc, something like that. He makes really good orc miniatures with lots of personality, as you can see. So I got some 2 test guys there to kind of paint them up and see how I want to paint the army, since I'm going for orcs. So that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. What else do we got here? At the time, I didn't know if I wanted, like for my Napoleonics, I didn't know if I wanted to do 15 millimeter or 28 millimeter, but as soon as I ran into piano miniatures ranges, I just fell in love with them. And with 3D printing, you can print as many as you want. So like buying a bunch of Perry boxes is not really an issue anymore for me. So I have some Württemberg infantry right there, just some test guys that I painted up. But at first, I got some of these guys to try them out and do a whole Russian battalion. And they look pretty cool, especially with the GMB flags. Here's 2 companies of Old Guard. They look pretty good, but I think I'm going with 28 millimeter. Well, actually, I don't think I know. I'm already committed, as you can see. What else? I think that's it for this. Well, actually, I have some more. Here's some of the U.S. paratroopers from Mueller Miniatures. Just printed those off yesterday. Shout out, hopefully you're watching, Steven. I got some Samurai in here from that Hosaka 3D. I can't remember. But anyway, he just, like I said, 3D printing, I don't know. As you can tell, it's I'm having a blast with it. And it's very beneficial for me. I got some Japanese up here, some World War II Japanese guys that I just printed. They're still on the things, but they come off so easily though. And these guys are from Studio Historia. So I guess I'll show you guys. Pretty good sculpts, but those are not cured yet. So here's all my my boxes of just nothing but 3D printed stuff. I just got miscellaneous in there. All of this here is all French, Napoleonic French, Württemberg, and Austrian armies. Just all sorts of, whatever you could imagine. Which he's supposed to come out with his next Kickstarter this week, which is the Army of Baden, which is really awesome. Japanese Sengoku Jidai, those guys are in there. As you can probably see, the flags and the spears. I have Victrix miniatures in here, some ancients, some Romans and stuff like that. They're base coated, but they're not painted. I have the ass end of 3 Panthers, and then I have Tiger tanks in there, all 3D printed. I have tons of Panzer IVs in there with some SS guys. I'm mostly kind of going towards the I'm trying to go towards 2 feeders at the moment, Normandy campaign. So I have the 12th SS Panzer Division in there. And then also Guadalcanal sort of stuff. So I have some Marines in here somewhere, some Japanese in there, half tracks upon half tracks upon half tracks, and then just some miscellaneous stuff down there. So plenty of stuff to do. I have some terrain and grass stuff in here from when I was moving and stuff like that. Over here, sorry, it's kind of unfocusing. Here's my resin printer here. I got some stuff, some stowage, Sherman stowage, drying right now. Well, I guess not really drying, but dripping into the vat. Like I said, if you want a video on all of this stuff, I'll kind of explain everything to you. But anyway. What else do I got? I have a bunch of terrain that I printed off in here. I have the whole entire cathedral of Sainte Marie du Mont in there. So that's pretty cool. And I just have some other various buildings as well. Some Western buildings and stuff. I just kind of, when I got my new FDM printer, I just started printing a bunch of shit. But they're great machines. At least the ones that the Elegoo brand, super reliable, highly recommend them. Now that I have an FDM printer, I just print as many bases as I want too, which is nice. So I have some Napoleonic rectangle ones, big old officer base, lots of horses, lots of 80 camp, and horses and staff members on there. So anyway, yeah, lots of bases. And I'll explain this really quick. So I made this myself here, and put this little slot in the bases. And so what that is kind of a system, because I was thinking, well, if I want to play a different game system, but I want to keep my miniatures, so what I came up with this system where you have this little slot that's taken out of here, and this is kind of like your ID, so like your command base, right? So say if I have a regiment of French, or a battalion of French, okay? So I'll have all my bases. So let's grab this guy right here, okay? So here's one company. Say I have another company here, 2 other companies. I have a whole battalion of guys just marching along, right? Well, maybe this can be my command base with my flag, my officer, my drummer, sapper, and maybe some, what do you call that? The guys that guard the flag, kind of some NCOs or whatever. Well, one, I don't have to print as many each battalion for different scenarios. What I could do is I could just make a command base with the right flag on it, and then the ID card, which goes in this little slot right here. So let's see, right there. So I made this, and that just slides in like so. And then maybe like a nameplate right here, or well, the nameplate will be right here, but this can be maybe like a token of like what action they're doing. So it could say retreat, or rallying, advancing, in combat, or hand to hand, whatever it may be. And then these are little slots for your dice to go into for casualty, morale, whatever. So I kind of thought about, that's one way to kind of save me on making lots of regiments and stuff. I can do it that way. And also, depending on the game I'm playing too, I know the dimension for this. And if I don't need trackers, I can always just take it out, cover it up. Or if I'm doing a different game, I can create something that fits that new game from this, and then I can put that into there, if that makes sense. And so I have the same for, this is a cavalry one, so 3 guys here, 3 cavalry guys can fit on this one, and then different size circular bases means different ranks, of staff, brigade, general, division, and whatever. And then also you can change the nameplates too, of like who's that commander too, or whatever, right? So I don't know, like I said, 3D printing, super awesome. And just there's so many different ways to benefit your hobby. Here's like an artillery base, and I can just put whatever type of gun it is, or whatever, if it's a howitzer, pounder, or whatever, I can put it in the little slot, or maybe whatever action it is, or whatever like that. So, I mean, it's limitless. So, anyway, hobby room wise, everything's a mess. I don't even have trim around the doors at the moment, but I plan on, I'll start decorating and put shelving in here, a spare little twin bedroom or something like that. For now, that's really the only thing that I have up in the room at the moment. But anyway, that's my painting station and stuff like that. I'll show you guys what's up here really quick. Salt on Blackreach box set here. This is original. I got that from eBay a couple years ago. That was literally the first thing that I ever got miniature wargaming wise. That's what got me in the entire hobby, was 5th edition. And so it's a lot of nostalgic that comes from this. So for me, so I got that. It's complete, like it's pristine. Everything's in the box. It's not touched or anything, and everything's still in the sprues. I even have the White Dwarf issue, advertising issue for them, advertising the Assault on Blackreach box set. So I have that in there, and it'll never be built or anything. I just want to have it just to have it for I don't know, until I'm old. So anyway, that was a good box set, by the way. Don't Mind Cartman. That's my brother's from 1997, I believe. I think it says on it. I have a bunch of helicopter artillery kits here for Vietnam. I have all the Rubicon, Marines, U.S. Army, 2 Viet Cong, 2 NVA boxes. I haven't painted anything from them yet. I've built a couple of guys just to try them out, but one day I'd really like to start getting into the Vietnam era stuff. So I think that would be really, really cool. So anyway, let me I'll go through the house here. Let me show you guys the garage really quick, because I also have all my 3D printer stuff out here. This is a bunch of laminate, actually, for my kitchen countertops, which will also be the bathroom vanity in the future here, hopefully pretty soon. But I just cut the last piece though last night. So this is kind of my garage workstation here. These are the old cabinets from my kitchen, and so that were here before I put the new ones in. So these are just hanging out here for now. I'll build up the kind of like more of a workshop area here. This is just kind of what I have going on at the moment. It's kind of a shit show. So, but anyway, I got a exercise work rack here that's clearly not being used at the moment, that I built myself. Anyway, got a little painting booth here. This little Amazon piece of shit thing works pretty well though. It's just it's not the best quality. What I think I'm gonna do is, when all the house stuff is all done on the inside, for the most part this winter, I'm gonna start working on this garage and making it somewhat of a complete garage. Because right now it's whatever it was like here for when I got it. So like the garage door it's got holes in it. It's not sealed at all. If you can kind of tell, it's really reeky dinky. So I'm going to replace all this myself and get a nice insulated door. And I'm going to start making this a really, really nice, garage, so that I can be relaxed in and warm during the winters, because it gets pretty cold in our area. So anyway, my trusty compressor, I usually put that down here for now. Like I was saying before, this right here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I build the actual finished like workbench area, I'm going to make this into maybe like a spray booth area with a fan and everything. So that'll replace that. Here's my resin cure station here. So when I take them out of the supports, they sit in here for a while and they cure. I got some Fantasy Warhammer dwarves right now. And those are from Highland Miniatures. Really good sculpts from there. Here's my resin printer. I got this just a month and a half ago. And literally, like, this is it's not that expensive. I got it for $2.99. And that's for the enclosed version. If you get it for $1.99, I mean $200 US, you don't have the wall here or the doors. Well, I think you have the top. But anyway, it's all open here, but you have the frame. It's not insulated like this. But for $200, they just knocked it out of the park with this. It's reliable. As soon as I took it out of the package and I put it together, I literally plugged it in. I calibrated. I just hit the calibrate button and it calibrates itself. And I had some models already ready to go on a flash drive. And this thing ran for 3 weeks straight without even shutting off or taking a break. As soon as I pulled one, it was finished with the model. I took it off the build plate, put the build plate back in, hit the go button for the next model. This thing did not stop for 3 weeks straight, and I never had a problem with it, and still do not have a problem with it. It is a phenomenal machine. It's inexpensive, and you can just print stuff off the yin yang. I mean, it's so worth it. So anyway, in here for now, I got all my airbrush stuff in here. Just some junk here. Rattle can stuff, tape, whatnot. Up here, filament and resin stuff. And then just a bunch of random shit too for now. Like I said, everything's kind of under construction right now. So, yeah. So anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it. We'll go back in the hobby room. All the floors I put in myself. Yeah, anyway, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. And yeah, that's what I got right now. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. And thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, I thought I was done, but I just kind of wanted to do a quick recap of everything. Again, thank you for watching and sticking with me. Hopefully you're just sitting there doing some painting or whatever like that while I ramble on. And thank you for commenting on the last and viewing it. If you didn't comment, just viewing it, the last video that I made. Yeah, I'm gonna keep making these videos, I think, and just kind of, I think it's good for me too, and just kind of staying connected with the hobby. And also it's kind of like I'm black. I don't know if it's that's the right term. Blackmailing myself to like, well, you said you were gonna do this and you were gonna paint these guys, so you know, well, what's gonna happen when you gotta make another video, sort of thing. I don't know how. I think that's good for morale, at least here in my household. But anyway, I think my next video I'd like to do is just kind of go through all the projects that I have in my head, and just kind of talk about my theory on my wargaming journey and kind of where I see that evolving throughout my life. Because at the end of the day, like, and I think it's for most of us who love this hobby and who've been in it for a little while, if not for a very long time, who are older than I am, because this is an old hobby. I mean, you look at the videos of Peter Cushing, you know, doing his painting his French cuirassiers, which is just awesome. Oh, I love it so much. What a great guy. Anyway, yeah, and just kind of talk about my theory on picking a rule set and just kind of sticking with that, and all the miniatures towards that rule set for a long period of time, you know, and just kind of that's the rule set or something. Anyway, I got some ideas in my head, but anyway, I Sunday today filming this, so I think I'll probably post this Tuesday night or something like that. But of course, by the time you see it, I don't know why I'm saying it. By the time you see this, it's already, you're watching it. So, yeah, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else. One thing also that I'd like to talk about is in the future is my my basing stuff that I kind of went through, because there's actually a whole lot more to that modularity that I cooked up in my mad mind. So and kind of go through that. I think it's if you're getting into 3D printing, I think it's a really good way to stretch your dollar already. I mean, you're already stretching it the utmost extent. But that's another way to really not having to paint as many miniatures as you would want, but using them. So for different game systems or just, I don't know. Anyway, I think I'll save that for that video or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do next video is go through all my projects and just kind of lay out the things that I'd like to do in the next year or two and really get into. So happy you guys are with me, and stay tuned. Thank you. Ciao.